Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, we've hit midweek and time to head over for another check of the forecast.
Yeah, a lot of warning to just stay away from those rivers, and that's going to be the case for some time, Alana.
This is so much more water than we've seen in several years, guys. You know that. I mean, record snowpack bringing in a tremendous amount of moisture. This is Blacksmith Fork up in Cache Valley near Hiram, and you can see just how quickly that water is rushing through. The bank here, really not well defined. It's cold, it's fast, and you have to use extreme caution in and around this area and any area facing flood alerts. But really, even if they're not under alert, we just need to be careful when it comes to our Utah waterways. We've got warnings in effect for the Bear River in two spots, near Corinne and there on the state line, the South Fork of the Ogden River. Blacksmith Fork under a flood advisory, Little Bear River near Paradise in Cache Valley under a flood watch, and so is the lower Weber River near Plain City. Waterways that for the last little while have kept us on our toes with high waters. Jumping over to the eastern side of the state, the Green River near Jensen, Utah in Uinta County under a flood watch. That went into effect last night. That's going to hold through the weekend. We also have the Sevier River near Hatch and the Dolores River on the eastern side of the state. So again, waterways with alerts in effect, but really throughout the state, you don't want to be messing around near any of the waterways. As we look at the river flow forecast for the next several days, you can see significant rise expected along the Wasatch Front. Also, Wasatch back where we see near action stage for some of those waterways, and above action or above flood stage further north into Weber County. So something you have to be very aware of. You'll hear us talk about it a lot, but it is important. We had some storms out there, but tonight quiet conditions, 59 degrees. Live view from our Colonial Flag Tower camera, just a light breeze there. Pleasant as we were clearing things out. We saw those storms because of this area of low pressure. It helped with the blossoming storms. We were seeing gusty winds as well as some lightning being put down, but a lot of that activity now over on the eastern side of the state as that core of the moisture kind of shifts to the east. Clearer conditions heading into tonight. We topped out at 71. Beautiful temperature-wise. Dropped, though, as those clouds moved in and the storms moved in. 76 in Green River, warmer than that in Moab, 79 in St. George, and 60s along the I-15 corridor and over in the West Desert. Now, when we had those storms roll through, we dropped into the 50s pretty quickly. You'll see those 50s holding steady with mostly cloudy skies becoming partly cloudy for the overnight. Now, the threat of thunderstorms holds on for just a sliver of the state. That includes the Uinta Basin up near Bear Lake and a portion of Cache Valley, and that's because of some wraparound moisture. Futurecast shows you what I mean. That system moves to the east, but counterclockwise flow with the help of daytime heating could have some storms popping from Vernal all the way down to Moab, so Uinta to Grand County and on the backside of the Wasatch as we make it through the afternoon tomorrow. Very isolated in nature, mostly tied to the higher terrain, which means the rest of Utah seeing a pretty quiet pattern. Now, we'll stay that way with a warming trend as we move towards Friday. Have to show you the 6 to 10 day here. Okay, it brings above average precipitation potential, but when you look at this, you go, oh, monsoon? And I say, no, monsoon. This is not the monsoon. It just looks like the monsoon, and it's because of a blocking pattern called a Rex block. Long-range futurecast shows you what I mean. So there's an area of high pressure and an area of low pressure. Now, we're going to be unsettled as we roll into Mother's Day because of this blocking pattern. The Rex block means the high pressure's on top, the low pressure's on the bottom, and we kind of are just at a standstill, which you see happening here. That keeps us unsettled for the state of Utah with the chance of some storms popping up Sunday and into next week, and drier with that area of high pressure to the north of us. Eventually it will break down, but an unsettled start to the week. But that is not the monsoon. No, too early. So just so you know, you might see it and go, ooh, but you know better. 60s and 70s for tomorrow. 70 in Salt Lake, 79 in Moab, 60s along the I-15 corridor, low 80s in St. George. 83 is actually the average high this time of year for St. George, so right where we should be. Then we start to climb day by day, a gradual warming trend there, and then that slight chance rolls in for Mother's Day. And we get to the 90s in St. George. The Wasatch Front bringing in the warmth, eventually making it to the 80s. But because of that retrograding low, which just sneaks back into Utah, we get the chance of some storms and showers. But you know what? I can't blame that low because I love Utah. You love Utah. And it's like, no. I traveled through, but I want to go back.
Yes, indeed.
And